My name is Ryan, that's Ryan Who to you, and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. The chess set is still available to ask Jessica to play, and of course, now having completed the immediate mission of uncursing our terribly cursed fedora, which is now a terribly uncursed fedora, we can actually advance this. I'll play white. She advances one of her knights, and how do I respond? Jadoob, a queen? Sure, let's Jadoob a queen. Ah, crap. Jessica moves a pawn. Now what? Advance one of my knights, reposition a bishop or Jadoob a rook. I do not have 2 hot armor to be able to do the burning pawn trick. I'm going to advance one of my knights. I don't have 2 cold armor to get the old king in the snow defense to this one, unfortunately, either. She advances one of her bishops. In response, I will reposition a king. Checkmate, well played. Okay, so I will come back to this as I have new pieces of equipment to try and finagle myself a little bit of a advantage in a couple of those situations. Climbing still sleeping there. Door to nowhere behind it. Of course there's nothing there. Anything I can help you with? Not right now, Charles. Hey, Jessica.
How'd it go?
It worked, I guess.
Great. What was it like?
I had some kind of weird dream. There was a woodcutter that was me, I guess? And these talking trees, and one of them had sinned?
You know what? Never mind. Some kind of crazy dream is plenty for me.
Okay, good. Jessica looks pretty busy, so I will leave her alone. Ah, our very own room. Of course, right, we were seeking shelter from the rain and needed to do that first. Lots of empty space here, it says. Excuse me? Not gonna summon that back to the screen to help me out. Lots of empty space, something, something, something. Maybe this is an area that I'm going to be able to build up with the items that I accrue over the course of my questing. A television set. You've heard of these. Turn it on. Unfortunately, no shows have been invented yet. It's a shelf for knickknacks and tchotchkes. Take a look. It's a shelf for knickknacks and tchotchkes. There's an old rag doll on the top shelf. Must have been left by a previous tenant. Walk away from the shelf. A simple writing desk with no chair, or pens, or paper, or anything. Finally, time to get unpacked and get some sleep. Open the trunk. Ah, what the heck? All our stuff's exploded. You stamp out the flames, but it's a total loss. Everything you own has been reduced to ash. Everything? Well, everything except, bizarrely, for the stamp from Murray's letter. You get an item, the stamp from Murray's letter. The stamp from the letter Murray wrote to you was the only survivor of your luggage inferno. It's got a picture of a cute dog on it. Weirdly, it isn't charred. Everything you own has been reduced to ash, and you are very ready for this day to be over. I can only imagine so, considering everything I own was reduced to... I just had a realization that, I probably could have used this bad boy to open the loose floorboard in the back of, Chekhov's... in the back of Chekhov's, farm. Dang. Alright, let's get this day over. And go to sleep. We awake in a dream about school. Jacob Marley is a poster of my favorite literary ghost. I love all of their bonnets. That's a sonnet. That doesn't work at all. For some reason I was like, no, bonnet is the word for the poem. That's a hat, my man. Lots of people in this hallway, it seems. Talk to one of them. I want to wait until they rotate to a very friendly face. Oh, friendly, there we go. Hello. Hello? How's it going? Do you know which locker's mine? I can't quite remember which locker's mine. I'm sorry, I don't know.
It's all right. I'll figure it out eventually.
Leave them. There are 6 lockers. Check the first one. You open the first locker to reveal a thriving colony of ants. Check the second one. The second locker is full of peanut butter. Check the third one. The third locker contains a tiny shrine to Babe Ruth. Check the fourth locker, which is empty. The fifth is filled with cookbooks, but they're all in French. The sixth locker opens into a vast, uncaring emptiness of space. You slam it shut quickly, so as to not suffocate. I check the 7th of the 6 lockers. There isn't a 7th one. I said check the 7th one. I said there are only 6 lockers. Check the 7th one now. Okay, geez. You look in the 7th locker. It's filled with old school papers. Alright, I look at the papers. They've got your name on them. They're your papers. I read one. How I Spent My Summer by Ryan Hu, aged 6. This summer I visited my Uncle Murray. Uncle Murray is funny, he knows magic, and I had a fun time with Uncle Murray, the end. I look under the papers. Underneath the pile of school papers, you find... You got an item. Overdue library book. You checked this book out 13 years ago and have spent the last 12 years and 15 weeks feeling slightly guilty about not returning it. Shame there's no way to rectify that kind of situation. Hello.
Oh, bonjour.
Nice faces you got there.
Do you know which locker's mine? I really can't remember which locker's mine.
I know which one's yours.
Oh boy.
Okay, second was peanut butter. First was something, No, first was peanut butter. Second was thriving ant colony. Fourth was empty. Third, I don't remember. Fifth, something. Sixth, void. Oh, fifth is the shrine to Babe Ruth. I'm gonna say third. It's the third one. It's the third one.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I leave. The hallway's less crowded now. I check the third one. And it still contains a shrine to Babe Ruth. Oh, right, the French cookbooks. I forgot about the French cookbooks! Dang.
Our founder, Branworth Gorvonculus III.
This lady looks friendly. Talk to her. Hello there. You must be... She flips through the book on her desk. Here we are. Who? Ryan Who? That's my name. Don't wear it out. Oh, wait, hang on. No, sorry. Way better. I know I am, but who are you? I'm your academic advisor. It's time for you to choose your class. But I dropped out. In real life, certainly, but however, you must choose a class. Ah, I get it. This is where I pick a character class. Now then, it looks like there are 3 classes for you to choose from. There's Advanced Kicking and Throwing. This class is for pig skinners. Then we have the Overview of Curd Conjuring. This is the class for cheese wizards. And finally, Weird Time Signatures 504. This, of course, is for the jazz agents. I'm interested in being a jazz agent, like this Weird Time Signature 504. Of course, it'll be Moxie, naturally. I'm interested in becoming a jazz agent. Masters of syncopation and improvisation, jazz agents use their rhythm and moxie to move through the world in a style. In combat, they attack with subtlety, weakening their enemies and stacking the odds in their favor over time. That sounds like what I want. Ooh, I kind of want to look at the other ones though. I'm interested in being a cheese wizard. As a trained chef magi, cheese wizards use their intellect and mysticality to accomplish their goals. In combat, they wield hard, elemental cheeses to damage their foes and soft, soothing cheeses to heal themselves and their allies. Alright, pig skinner. As accomplished athletes, pig skinners use their muscle to solve problems. In combat, they prefer the direct application of physical force, punctuated by giving the occasional noogie. I'm glad I went back and read them, but I'm absolutely a jazz agent, 100%. Alrighty, you're a jazz agent. The name's Who? Ryan Who? Now then, there's just the minor matter of your minor. It looks like you've already completed it, but it doesn't say what you studied. I minored in cryptobotany. My minor was applied insectology, or I minored in the psychology of rocks. I minored in cryptobotany. Ah, cryptobotanist. So you're an expert in all manner of plant-based arcana. Let's look at the other ones. My minor was applied insectology. Ah, an insectologist. So you're an expert on the bugs and birds and bees and such. I minored on the psychology of rocks. Ah, a psychogeologist. So you know a lot about rocks and gems and their hopes and dreams. Absolutely. You got a perk, psychogeologist. You know how to break open rocks and steal their secrets. Gather crafting ingredients from rocks. Well, with that, I believe we're done. Feel free to wake up and go about your day. How would I go about doing that? She smiles and points to the side, a door on the right side of the screen. Sorry, I mean the right side of the dream. Just through that door. Thank you. She looks busy, but also too busy to talk to us. Hang on. Always less crowded now. Anything different in these lockers after having chosen a character class? It looks like no. Hang on. You're dreaming, so it probably isn't safe to look too closely at your character sheet right now, dang. I had quite high hopes. Ah, the abyss. You could gaze into it for days. The nice lady at the desk says this doorway will lead back to your waking life. So, I go on through. Your room. Ooh, baby! We've got unspent EXP of 10, and the next levels cost 35 at the minimum. Bamboozle is a skill I can pick up here for bend the truth for fun and profit. I really like that. Rhythm in your blood seems like a good idea too. Okay, psychogeologist, haunted, all of these seem normal. You wake feeling surprisingly refreshed. Yesterday's adventures leaving you no worse for the wear. Your effects reset every day. Okay, now, let's have a look at our items. I've got Gideon the Finch, who is increasing my... Each round of combat increases your muscle, mysticality, or moxie. And there's William the Turtle. Each round of combat, William heals a random wounded ally by his mysticality being 1 in this instance. I mean, I do have more moxie than I have anything else at the moment, so... Well, I mean, more moxie than... Certainly anything except for mysticality, so I'll equip the rusty pistol at this point. Speaking of that mysticality, if I can get it above 5, I would love to, so that I can actually read the book. An accessory, the reporter's cufflinks. That would replace my welding gloves, but it does give me +1 to mysticality, which actually makes mysticality my highest stat at the moment. I wonder if that means... Let me examine the Murray letter here. Ah, curious, the postmark says 18th of April, 1906. Even though Jessica said she mailed the letter only a couple of weeks ago. Okay. Grimy Spatula is a magical weapon. It's been used hard and never clean. Deals your mysticality +2 physical damage. So that's actually our most powerful weapon at this point. Oh, because the fedora is also giving us +1 to our mysticality at this point. Got it. I see. Nasty old leftovers. All good. It looks like we are well equipped to face the day.
Morning, Ryan. How'd you sleep? Wait, why are you still wearing those wet clothes?
All my other clothes burned up in a freak luggage fire.
Ah, geez, that's weird and unfortunate.
You seem less surprised by it than I would expect.
Well, we've gotten kind of accustomed to weird and unfortunate stuff happening around here. You could pick out some clothes from the old shop front if you don't mind looking like someone's dusty old grandparent.
I'll be alright. Thanks anyway.
Well, once you've got the sleep out of your eyes, I got another mission for you.
Another cursed thing?
Yeah, I've had my eye on it for a while, but it keeps moving around. Mostly the readings put it at the local Speakeasy, at the back of an alley at the other end of the block, but the artifact isn't there right now. That's where I'd start looking, though. Maybe you could pick up some clues?
Okay, what am I looking for?
It appears to be a watch of some kind, like a pocket watch or maybe a wristwatch. I can't really be certain.
A watch in the Speakeasy in the alley. Got it. Anything else?
You'll need the password for the Speakeasy. It's Fiddlesticks. Also, let me give you this to-do list. It's enchanted, so you'll always know what's written on the chalkboard here.
You got a item the to-do list. This little chalkboard is magically linked to the chalkboard next to Jessica's desk. Pretty neat trick.
Here's some meat for expenses too. The army surplus next door should have anything you need in case things get rough.
They will. They always do. I say as a result of being haunted. And immediately ends the conversation. All of the haunts seem to end the conversation like that. Gab with Gabby.
Hi Gabby, how's it going?
It's the Rhapsody.
How'd you get mixed up with Murray in the whole antique store, Gabby?
Oh, it turns out Gabby was just looking at our clothes, and then heard Mary and Jessica talking about a mysterious thing they did. It had an adventure smell. Then, Mary said, "We're gonna need to make it for this." And Gabby says, "Gabby has several missiles, strong ones." And that was it. Gabby has been happening since then.
Have you lived in Ocean City? No. Okay, there we go. We got back to a dialogue that was repeated. Jessica, can you remind me where you said the watch was? He said it moves around, but it's currently at that post office. Charles Wallace, I don't know if I need to immediately query you again today. Let's head on out.
Chapter 1. Welcome to Ocean City.
The Cold War surplus next door. With dubious grenades, the proprietor stands behind the counter dangling in bags for army stuff. There's dozens of nearly identical books about nearly identical rifles. This is a lot of ordnance for a civilian shelf. You'd think there'd be a law against this kind of thing. Not yet. The proprietor stands behind the counter.
Hi there. My name's Ryan.
Hello, fellow war enthusiast. I'm Herschel Wood.
Actually, I hate war? Herschel's expression doesn't change.
Can I interest you in any fine historical memorabilia then?
Ask about the dubious grenades.
What's the story with those grenades?
Oh, they're probably fine.
Why doesn't the box say fine grenades then?
He looks at the grenades and then at you.
Say, how'd you like to do some field research?
Sure, why not? Side quest. He hands you a bundle of grenades. You got an item. Dubious Cold War's grenades. 6. Standard issue blue collared grenade of questionable integrity.
Just try them out next time you're in a fight, and when you're all done, come back and let me know how it went.
Okay. Let's see what's for sale as well. Alright, the rock and roller Cola Wars. We can get our Cola Wars gas mask here. If we had that, the +2 stench armor would give us the ability to get through part of the chess game. Trench Sport deals your mysticality +2 physical damage. I mean, we effectively already have that. Some combat items. It looks like the asterisk is marking things that are consumables. We have the Field Manual JA227 Extraordinary Audition. This book taught Cola Wars soldiers that although words can never hurt an enemy combatant, extremely loud noise orchestras definitely can. Grants a combat skill, Orchestra Strike. Deals 5 physical damage. I mean, that's pretty cool. 5 physical damage on that. Dented Bugle, there we go. It's like they say, a broken bugle still plays reveille twice a day. Woo-hoo-hoo, baby. Can't even remember how to do the mouth trumpet for reveille. I'll remember it by the end of the series. We're going to be using bugles for a while, I can only imagine. Deals your muscle +2 physical damage if I was using a corroded cavalry spear. Saber, rather. Since swords are largely decorative in modern warfare, you'd think they'd make them out of better materials. Cola Wars helmet for a physical damage. Physical damage is going to be very, very powerful. I want to get the Dented Bugle immediately. As soon as I get my next Moxie increase, like being able to change any of my current Mysticality equipment to Moxie equipment instead, then I will re-equip the Dented Bugle and we will be back on board. The golden path that we are meant for. Hi!
Hello, how's the grenade project coming?
I'm still working on it.
Can I interest you in any fine historical memorabilia?
I'll leave the counter. Alright, let's go use these. Sale, going out of business. Going, and gone out of business. Unfortunately, there is not a friend down here in the corner again. I can't remember his name just for the life of me at the moment. Good honking. You really kept me safe there. I think the store sells broken glass and drafts. So here's the alleyway. But I'm going to very quickly go back to the Watchful Eye because I have a little bit more information about a postmark I might be looking for on the April 18th, 1906. You find something interesting. 5XB! Briscoe Frights! This morning at 5:02 Pacific Standard Time.
The city of Frisco was rocked by a massive earthquake, the magnitude of which science has not yet agreed upon a method of measuring. The initial death toll is estimated to be about 500, though that number certainly will increase due to the fires currently raging throughout the city. There have also been strange, scattered reports from witnesses who claim to have observed unusual phenomena such as beams of black light and subsonic laughter and soul-rending nightmares, though our editors wish to point out that Frisconians are known for their fondness of psychedelic intoxicants. You're really starting to enjoy doing this kind of research. You got a perk, Newshound? Well, that's ominous. Also, we gained extra XP for learning new things from the newspaper archive. That's cool as hell. Oh wait, this is the, okay, so in general, I'm gonna be coming back here oh yeah, baby. I like this game a lot already. No, don't run me over. In the daylight, it's clear this bank has been closed for some time. The doors of the bank are fastened with 3 locks. That is the maximum possible level of lock. What about 4 locks? In 1928, 4 locked systems are still dismissed as unachievable liberal fantasy. Look under the welcome mat. Not a bad idea, but if you're gonna lift the welcome mat, you need to know what you're looking for first. Do I? How much stuff can be under a welcome mat? Just the key to the bank front door, as it turns out. The security at this place is inconsistent. Use the key. The door's locks are modelled on the monstrous mugs of the great hound Cerberus, the 3-headed guardian of the underworld's banking sector. Each of the 3 heads has a name: Phylax, Metaphon, and Sneaky Pete, and a keyhole deep in its maw. I'm gonna leave the door alone for a moment. I have the key, which I don't even know which key it is, but this stamp has a cute dog on it, which, you know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that may be relevant at some point. I'm just saying. Bank key. Securibus, unfortunately that also doesn't say which that bank key is. Alright! With all of the information we have access to now, I am ready for the alleyway. This alleyway is where Jessica said the speakeasy is. You weave between various trash cans and piles of uncanned trash until you reach a serious-looking door. A little panel slides open at the top of the door, and narrowed eyes regard you through it. Password. Fiddlesticks! Okay, come on in, but you netter not be a proey. I'm not. Scout's honor. Proey here, definitely referring to prohibitionists. This seems like the right place for my character. That's a weird type signature going on. Not necessarily. I don't actually know much about like musical notation on any degree whatsoever, so do not correct me. I know. I just hear the thing and the thing sound good, and then I try and recreate the thing. I'm not really one for the book learning of the music, you see. He turns his head towards you and smiles. I'm gonna buy him a drink. You buy him a drink. You spend 5 beat. After a few moments and a few sips, he clears his throat and speaks.
The lake is deep enough to drown dreams, but not the sins of the grandfather.
I see. I think I see. Buy him a drink.
In joyful places, joyful hearts beat beneath the floorboards.
These are gonna be like abstract clues to a bunch of different things in the game, I have to imagine. Joyful places, joyful hearts beat beneath the floorboards. There's the lake is deep enough to drown dreams, but not the sins of the grandfather. I'm gonna buy a 3rd one, rule of 3s, and then see if anything changes. Otherwise, I'll come back and regard this guy at a different point. Oh, no, the lake is yep, the same about the lake. This guy loves hitting those spoons together. This spittoon has been placed at a really challenging height. Maybe you can ask the bartender about it some other time. Is it because he doesn't want anyone draining it and wearing rings that are found inside of it? Link to West of Loathing's playlist in the description down below if you're wondering where that might be relevant. The man behind the bar is shaking up a storm. He looks up as you approach but doesn't stop shaking. Hello! He grins. Hello, baby! Welcome to Olivia's place. Oliver's place, rather. My name's Ryan. Whatever you say, baby.
Are you Oliver? Oh, heck no, I'm Fancy Dan the Cocktail Man. Pleased to meet you, Dan. Hey, do you happen to know what time it is? Perhaps because you have a watch on you? Sorry, baby, the only ones around here who carry a pocket watch is the owner, Oliver Gluck. And he left about an hour ago to pick up that latest shipment of hooch. From who? From whom, baby? Before I was Fancy Dan the Cocktail Man, I was Fancy Dan the English teacher. Sorry, from whom? The mob guys we always get it from. Where's... Whither went Oliver? Fancy Dan smiles. The old refrigerator factory, baby. I see. How do I get there? Dan grabs a cocktail napkin and hands it to you. Thanks? Wrong napkin. Here. He takes that napkin back and grabs a different one with a couple of icons scrolled on it. Grab the napkin. Napkin? You got an item. Ocean City napkin map. The crude map of Ocean City is being hastily scrolled into the cocktail napkin. As you take out the napkin, Dan points at one of the icons on it. We're here at Murray Store on Plunkett Street, so if you go behind the alley and head out straight to the ledge of the napkin, you can't miss the factory. Location unlocked, Plunkett Street, and location unlocked, Bridge Factory. You now have a map of the area, you can open it by hitting M. Thanks, Dan. Don't mention it, baby. Want a drink at the house? First one. Sorry, want a drink for the road? First one's on the house. Sure. What do you drink around here? Beer. Fancy Dan the Cocktail Man. All right, I'll have a beer then. Excellent choice. Keeps things simple. Bartender pours you a beer. Bottoms up. You drink the beer. You've had better beer, but you've definitely had worse beer. You came infected. Beer buzz. +5 to maximum HP. Have another drink. What do you have to drink around here? Beer. I don't think I need another one then. Don't bother him. He's bouncing. Wait, aren't those the fishermen from the Watchful Eye basement? You're so used to not thinking about where things go once you put them in a tube. Say hello. Hey, remember me from the tube?
Beat it, pal. We're off the clock.
Oh, sorry to bother you.
And don't go even thinking about trying to put us in another tube. I'll go to jail before I let you do that again, eh? You hear me?
I'm sorry. They don't want to be disturbed, and you've already sent them through a pneumatic tube once. This guy doesn't care about anything except for the baseline. Mood. This lady seems to be dancing a different style to other people. This guy has been infected with Charleston fever. It's terminal. These people are obviously on a first date and you shouldn't bother them. And some weird symbols are carved into one of the floor tiles. It's weirdly responsible of this illegal poison dispensary to have a first aid kit. See what's in here. 2 gauze pads and 2 activated charcoal briquettes for restoring 5 HP as well as curing the poison. This lady's making ethereal music with spirit-filled glasses, and the player piano trills a tune. There's a back room, but it won't budge. Must be barred from the other side at the moment. I think it's about time for us to skedaddle out of here and have a look at that map with M. Take ourselves all the way over to the Fridge Factory as well. As you're walking, Gabby strikes up a conversation.
So, you're new in Ocean City. Your first time at it?
Yeah, that's right.
What thinks have you got of it?
Well, to be honest with you, it seems a little run down.
Yeah, Gabby understands you. It was much nicer before an economy happened. Lots of people, very excitement. Oh, have you seen the boardwalk yet? It's like a cat wearing pajamas.
What?
It has games there, and like a future teller.
Well, that does sound like, a cat wearing pajamas. Location unlocked, Ocean City Boardwalk. Yeah! Let's go check it out immediately. I was on my way to the Fridge Factory, sure. But Gabby has a better plan. And at the start of the next episode, we're going to explore this area with her. Until then, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Shadows of Loathing. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below, as well as up in the top left of the screen, YouTube recommendation down below that one, and streaming past the names of people, so generally supporting the Republic on patreon.com/plays, and above the thanks, special thanks this episode to Abatov. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. Hopefully see you next time.